Hey everyone, it is late at night and I'm Norman. So tonight we're gonna look at the last watch that I borrowed from a good friend of mine, doing first impressions of this. Then I'm gonna begin doing a round of full reviews of all four of these watches. I'm really excited about this last watch because I've looked at these online quite a bit. I've pondered purchasing them a few times, so it's really cool to see one of them in person. What watch am I talking about? The Tissot Le Loc. This is a super dressy, classy looking piece, so let's take a close look at it. And I'll be sure to give you some wrist shots. So let us begin. So here is the Tissot Le Loc. Le Loc? Yeah, just a gorgeous watch. And when I first saw this, the thing that stood out to me were those hands. Because the very first dress watch that I ever purchased had hands exactly like that. They kind of get lost, as you can see. But I could not for the life of me remember the brand that watch was. I actually had to go back to the very first video I ever produced for this channel, and that was a painful endeavor. But I mentioned that watch, and the brand is Rosling & Co. So now I'm going to have to go on their website and pull some pictures to include in this video. That was a gorgeous watch, but it was a dress watch and it had a Miyota movement in it, and unidirectionally winding movements in light dress watches is not so good. You can really feel that rotor spinning around and you can really hear it. I've had Miyotas in more Thule watches, and you don't notice it nearly as much as with that particular dress watch. My friend has this on a deployant clasp. And this is the original strap. It looks absolutely great on this watch. There's some brushing on the sides there. Yeah, so this is kind of like an everyday wear watch that's all dressed up. It would be cool if they did the date window with a black background, white text, or just do away with it altogether. But it's Tissot, so they're not going to do that. I like the seconds hand on this watch. You can definitely see the seconds because it's painted white. You may not be able to see the hours or minutes until you get the watch in the right lighting, but that's fine. The texture on the dial is pretty cool, and those applied markers are great. I kind of like the flat crystal on this. I think it looks good with this overall aesthetic. Just nice and simple and classy. Yeah. The little lock down at the bottom there in cursive. Let me get that in focus. There, you can see it there. Yeah, I've looked at these watches so many times. I've definitely pondered purchasing one before. Forget what I ended up going with at that time. Yeah, the black and silver to this colorway is just really cool. Alright, let's see what it looks like when it's on the wrist. Alright, I'm going to take off the Nevada F77, the celebratory watch. This thing is super cool. I'll take this off and we'll see what the Tissot looks like when you're wearing it. Alright, here is the Le Loc on my 7-inch wrist, 55 millimeters wide. Yeah, look at that strap. I feel like alligator is a good look for this particular watch. And how it's kind of glossy is great. That is a cool looking watch. It's a contemporary size, but it doesn't look overly huge or terribly thick. I feel like it's proportioned pretty well. Yeah, that is nice. There you have it, the totally classy Tissot that I borrowed from a friend of mine. I'm going to wear this a few times and then I'll be doing a full review of it. So keep your eyes open for that video, and thanks for watching.